What's up guys, my name is Daniel from World Chefs, and today I'm gonna be throwing down a whole chicken. I love picking up a rotisserie chicken at Costco, Walmart, HEB, but nothing beats smoking a chicken yourself. And today I'm gonna show you guys my favorite way to throw down a good old chicken to eat dinner with the family. When it comes to cooking a whole chicken, the first thing that I do is I take out this backbone. I cook my chicken Spatchcock style, which for those of you that don't know what Spatchcock is, essentially what I'm doing is I'm gonna take out this backbone so that way I have just my breasts on top, and then I'm going to lay the chicken down flat. So all I'm gonna do to take out this backbone here is I'm just gonna go from the inside. I'm gonna start off at the top, and with a good pair of kitchen scissors, you're just gonna cut right through it. And it'll take, some decent grip strength, if I'm being honest with you. You can try this with a knife, but these aren't even anything fancy. I think we got a 2-pack of these kitchen scissors for like, I don't know, 15 bucks off Amazon. I'll see if I can find a link for you guys, but these are good to have just around. And again, all I've done is opened it up. Same concept here. When we're cooking spatchcock, we gotta go down the other side. And just like that, we've removed the bone. You can see all the tiny little bones here. But now that I've got my backbone removed, all I'm gonna do is flip this guy over right where the breasts are, and I'm just gonna smash it down. So you'll hear some breaking. Another thing that I like to do before I season my chicken is just get my hands under the skin a little bit. And the reason that I do that is because I'm gonna wanna season the breast itself. I want the breast to stay juicy, but I also wanna make sure it's got some good flavor too. So one of the things that I like to do is I like to come from the top here where you can see the breast itself. And where this membrane is, you can actually be pretty rough with it without having to worry about ripping your skin. And I just take my thumbs and I move my thumbs right through it until I can get my fingers in, and then eventually my hand in. And this is nice because what I'm gonna do as I go throughout this cook is one of the things I like to add to get some crispy skin on my chicken is hit it with some melted butter once I raise the temperature on the smoker. So it's just kind of nice to be able to get underneath the skin, so that way whenever I'm out there, I can pull it back right before it crisps up and inject some butter in it. Now I'm not too worried about that with the thighs and the legs themselves. I actually want these to stay wrapped in the skin, and I'm just gonna make sure I got a good heavy coat of seasoning throughout the whole way. So once my chicken's flattened out, you guys already know, base layer for just about everything, Kosmo Q SPG. This stuff is the go-to. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of a light dusting with this stuff. Make sure you flip out the wings so you can get all parts of it. I'll flip her over too. Once I've got a full layer of Kosmo Qs, I am at this point just gonna hit the inside a little bit. And all I'm doing is really just kind of working that seasoning in there. I wanna make sure I get it all over so I don't have any extra spots, and that's looking amazing. I have been trying this Killer Hogs, the barbecue rub by Heath Riles, which he's got a great YouTube channel. I've loved this stuff for years. I know many of you guys have probably checked him out before, but recently we started carrying this up at Walmart, and there's something about it with the SPG on chicken that gives it a really good barbecue flavor without the need to add any sort of sauce to it. So I know it has a little bit of brown sugar, some other seasoning in there, but I like to use this as my top layer for the chicken. It just really gives us some good color too. And I'm just gonna go right over top of this. And boom, we've got our chicken fully seasoned. It's ready to go on the Traeger outside. I've already got it preset to 225 degrees. When it comes to chicken, you always go by temperature, not by time. You've got seen in some of my other videos, you've seen in my sous vide video or my chicken breast video, that it's not always up to 165 degrees as long as you're also timing your cook too. Temperature is definitely the most important thing. So we're gonna be sticking probes all over this guy just so I can manage the temperature throughout the cook. Once I feel like it's right about to reach the temperature that I want, I'm gonna crank the smoker up to 400 degrees and bring you guys along for the process. So let's jump outside and we'll get right to it. All right, guys, we got our smoker set to 225 degrees. And all I'm gonna do is pick her up and lay her down flat. The color of that seasoning looks great. It's hot. But all I'm gonna do is lay it across mid-tier, right in the middle of my smoker here. So once I've got my chicken on, one of the things that I like to do is, you can see that some of the moisture sends your seasoning everywhere. I'm just gonna throw it all over again. We are going to close this lid. So you guys have seen in some of my other videos that I have the meter block with the 4 probes. But one of the things that drives me crazy about the meter is the battery life is terrible. And also, even though I have the Wi-Fi one, I still feel like sometimes inside the metal walls, the block has to be right next door to the grill for the probes to sync to the block. So back in the day when I first started cooking, I had a ThermoPro, you know, Amazon meat probe, and I loved it. And I saw they came out with this guy, which it is awesome. This is the ThermoPro 4 probe receiver and transmitter. For someone who has an offset smoker, I cannot recommend this enough. This has a barbecue feature where you can actually set, and I'll show you guys over here, you can actually set your range of your temperature of your smoker. So it beeps when it's too low and it beeps when it's too high, which I thought was an awesome feature. Along with that, you can have up to 3 other probes, and I've fallen in love with this thing. So I recommend you guys check it out. I'll share a link in the description for you guys to kind of see it. It comes with 4 different probes. It's magnetic, which is nice because it sticks onto stuff. But all in all, I've been super happy with ThermoPro stuff. So I've got my 3 different probes here. I'm gonna go right underneath the skin. Now when I'm putting these probes in, I'm going underneath the skin, or at least on the front part, so I don't break that skin. And I'm just going dead center of the breast. And then same with this thigh down here. I'm gonna go ahead and just insert that straight in. Now, as you guys know, if you ever cooked chicken before, you know that the dark meat is gonna cook a lot faster than the breasts. I hope by doing this spatchcock style that I'll see a little bit more of an even cook, but I'll share with you guys what that progress looks like as we go through. What's up, y'all? It's 7:14 as of right now, so I'm about an hour and 14 minutes into the cook. Let's give her a look, see how she looks here. Oh man, a lot of that moisture starting to dry up. Bring you guys in a little closer here. So you're probably wondering why I have a coffee mug. And reason being is I've melted my butter in a coffee mug, and I use a coffee mug because it's easier to pull out the butter with an injector. So I'm gonna use an injector to just kind of spray the butter evenly across the top of the chicken here. But then also I'm gonna inject some in underneath the skin and in the breast itself. So I'll be back here in just a second. At this exact same time, when I get ready to throw the butter down, is also when I'm gonna raise my temperature up to 400 degrees. So I'm gonna crank the trigger up to 400 degrees and get this butter thrown out. And all I'm gonna do now is, as that temperature is coming up, real hot in the trigger, we're just gonna inject. And I have this syringe that I got off Amazon, it's great. All I'm doing is bringing some skin back to life. As you guys can see, all I did was get this thing nice and lathered in some butter here. We're gonna seal that lid, finish her off. Now I'm just gonna be monitoring the temperature just to give you guys an idea. I'm at 132 degrees in one of the breasts, 131 in the thigh, and the left breast that's been running hot the entire time is up to 145. So again, I'm gonna go by temperature, maybe run it to the full 165. I'm gonna use that time temperature scale to just kind of gauge my chicken and then go from there. Boy, oh boy, am I excited about this. I ran my chicken until it hit about 163 degrees. I saw the time and I was like, you know what, it's good to go. Even after raising the temperature, the dark meat went all the way up to 169 was the highest that I saw it peak out at. So I was really happy with how this spatchcock style balanced out the temperature. Now I will say, it doesn't always work out that way, but I'm super happy it did. You guys know in my wing video, I love a good wing. And again, that Traeger knows how to make a good crispy wing. I'm gonna dig into it. Wow. You don't need sauce. I'm telling you, the combo between these two is incredible. Look at this slice. Look how juicy this is. Literally just pulls apart. Exactly how I like chicken breasts. I've got it drenched in the juices over here. Let's give it a shot. I just want to say thank you guys for the support. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, share it with your friends. More importantly, give it a shot and let me know what you think of it too. I know the dogs have been hovering around the cutting board. I'll get them a piece, but I'm ready to dig into dinner. Hope you have a great day, and don't forget, we're all chefs.